July 20th, 1969. A day forever etched in human history. Imagine families across the globe, eyes glued to flickering black and white TVs, hearts pounding as the impossible unfolded before them. Where were you when Neil Armstrong took that first step? That moment became a shared memory, a moment frozen in time. Apollo 11 wasn't just a moon mission, it was the climax of a fierce space race between the US and the Soviet Union. After the Soviets shocked the world by launching Sputnik in 1957 and sending Yuri Gagarin into space in 1961, America was desperate to catch up. President John F. Kennedy made a bold promise: land a man on the moon and bring him home safely before the decade's end. That ticking clock pushed NASA to its limits. NASA faced huge technological challenges. Apollo 11 flew with computing power that would be considered minimal today. Its guidance computer had less memory than a basic calculator. Communication systems were vulnerable to interference and delays, forcing astronauts and mission control to rely heavily on training and quick thinking. Engineers worked around the clock, often with incomplete data and little margin for error. Some decisions were rushed, corners cut, all to beat the deadline. The stakes couldn't have been higher. Failure meant losing the race and national pride. The Apollo program was also one of the most expensive government projects ever, costing around $25 billion at the time, about $150 billion in today's dollars. This massive investment reflected how much the U.S. was willing to spend to win the space race and showcase its technological power. On July 16, 1969, Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and Michael Collins rocketed into history aboard the Colossal Saturn V. The roar of the launch still echoes decades later. As they approached the moon, tension tightened like a drum. Suddenly, alarms blared. The onboard computer was overloaded. Fuel was dangerously low. Would they make it? During the lunar descent, the onboard computer's overload alarms revealed how close the mission came to disaster. Without the benefit of modern technology, the astronauts' skills and nerve were the last line of defense. Armstrong took control, manually piloting the lunar module Eagle past jagged boulders and craters. With seconds of fuel left, he made a perfect landing in the sea of tranquility. Then came the words that would echo through eternity: "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind." Buzz Aldrin soon followed, describing the lunar surface as magnificent desolation. In a lighter moment amid the tension, Aldrin became the first golfer on the moon, famously swinging a makeshift club and sending golf balls soaring in low gravity, a playful reminder of humanity's spirit even millions of miles from home. The world was stunned. What once seemed unthinkable, humans walking on another world, had become reality. Many couldn't believe their eyes, overwhelmed by the historic magnitude of the achievement. For 2.5 hours, Armstrong and Aldrin collected samples, took photographs, and planted the American flag, symbols of human achievement and unity. After rejoining Collins in orbit, the trio began their journey home, safely splashing down in the Pacific Ocean on July 24, 1969. The world celebrated a triumph of courage, innovation, and sheer willpower. These technological hurdles made the mission not just historic, but miraculous. Apollo 11 was more than a mission. It was proof that humanity can reach beyond the stars when driven by hope, determination, and daring. A story that still inspires us today, reminding us all that sometimes the impossible is just the beginning.